Hello, my junior classes. This video, I'll be going over what we're doing starting the week of September 7th. So sit back, relax, and watch the tutorial. Alright, so I'm just going to be picking on my first period class, but you should be looking at something like this. It'll take you to your home screen. You'll go to modules. Okay, you'll scroll down, you'll find our first module. And you'll see Module 1, Lesson 2. This is the new stuff right here, the Martin Luther King Jr. Letter from Birmingham Jail activity. And so if you click this first page to it, you'll see that, well, first of all, this video is right here. I'm going to replace this picture and put this video. But you'll see our essential questions for this lesson. How can we balance individual concerns with community values? How can we belong to various communities simultaneously? And what are the things that unify or bind a community together? And by the end of this lesson, you should be able to demonstrate that you understand an argument, and you must be able to identify claims, evidence, and reasoning. Okay, you'll turn the page. And we're going to set a purpose for reading here. Okay, so think about our essential questions. Turn the page. And this is our first activity. And so what you'll do is you'll examine some of these claims here. And you'll choose one claim for this assignment. And so you can choose, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. There's a type of constructive nonviolent tension which is necessary for growth. Or you can respond to the claim, groups tend to be more immoral than individuals. And so what you will do is you will just choose one of these claims. Okay, you will come down here and you'll look at the different ways that we can respond to a claim. Okay, we can either agree or disagree to it. So you agree or disagree with the question based on factual evidence. You must supply evidence to back up your position. Okay, you can choose one of these claims up here and just give me a reaction to it. Okay, tell me how you react to that quote, not just on a factual level, but tell me about what emotions are triggered as well. Okay, you can connect to one of those quotes. So you can find a similarity between the quote and a personal experience, or you can look at an experience that's happening in today's world. And I assure you, there are definitely some real-life connections that can be made there. Okay, you can choose to interpret the quote. You can either rephrase the question in your own words or explain the meaning behind it and expand upon it. Okay, you can compare and contrast. So you use either two or more of those quotes that share a similar theme and compare and contrast them. So if you choose to do this route, you will not just be selecting one of these quotes, you'll pick two of them. And you know what, if you want to pick a quote outside of the module, if there's another quote that's especially meaningful to you that you would like to focus on, by all means, you can pull in another quote as long as you're working with one of those three. Okay, you can either apply the quote, so describe how the quote relates to an existing work of literature or art or popular culture, or you can reflect on it. And you can use the quote to examine new ideas or question an opinion or reevaluate your own beliefs. And you can't quite see this because I'm looking at this as a student, but the document that you'll do this on, it'll be posted right here. You can either click this document and make a copy of it to your drive, or if you go to your Google Drive, you'll see that I have this assignment listed already as activity 1.2.1. The 7 ways to respond to a claim. And if you click that, you'll see the activity right here. And there are those 3 quotes I was talking about. You'll select one. Here are the strategies that we already discussed. You'll select one, and then you'll respond according to what strategy you picked in this box right here. Now, it's really important. I don't have all the time in the world. I don't want to guess what strategy you picked. I don't want to guess what quote you're focusing on either. So in order to choose a quote, what you'll do is you'll come up here and you'll highlight it. And then to choose a strategy, you'll highlight that as well. And so in order to do that, you come up here to the highlight button, you pick a color, and voila, it's highlighted. But I'm going to cancel that because everyone can see it. Oops. There we go. And you'll write your response right here in the box. All right? Now, when you're finished that, you'll come up here to the top, you'll submit assignment, you'll turn it in, just like we've been doing, and then you'll turn the page. Okay, so you can't really see this unless I leave the student glasses, the student eyes. I'm going to look at this as a teacher, so it might look a little different. You know, I have some extra buttons up here. Don't worry about it. But inside of this box, you'll see that there is another slides presentation. And what you'll do is you'll read this. And these are Martin Luther King's own words. And what you'll do is you'll read what he has to say in this document right here. And you'll watch this video from Kid President. And what you'll do is you'll consider both of these materials here. You'll consider these resources, and you'll write a personal response to these resources and connect them with your own beliefs and experiences. Okay, I don't expect this to be a very long, quick write. I expect it to be maybe just a paragraph, no less than 5 sentences. Okay. Up next, we have our first excerpt of Letter from Birmingham Jail. I'll go over the history of this really important piece of literature in our Zoom meeting, so make sure that you don't miss those. But what you'll do is you'll read his argument, and it's listed right here, so you can read it right here. And you'll click Next, and you'll see the activity pop up again. And so this link will send you to a rubric that explains what you need in order to get an exceeds grade on this activity. But if you scroll down, you'll see that there's another document, and don't worry, you have a copy of this on Google Classroom as well. And what you'll do, I wish I could make this a little bigger. No, it's not going to let me. Okay, so what you'll do is you'll read, it's the same thing on the other page, although you'll be expected to annotate it. And so as you're reading, you know, you'll answer these questions on the side here. So which word is repeated the most in the paragraph? You'll read through the paragraph, and I want you to highlight that. It'll help you later on as the work progresses. Okay, highlight the phrase that appears in quotation marks. A good way to do this is to highlight them in different colors. So the words that answer this first question, you know, you might want to highlight that in green, and then the phrase that appears in quotation marks, you know, you'll want to highlight both of those maybe in orange or something else. So you'll continue reading, you'll continue making connections with the questions on the side. As you come back down, you'll see those essential words here that you identified as you read, that you highlighted. And you'll list those essential vocabulary words and phrases in these boxes right here. You don't have to define them, but you know, if you need them defined, it's really easy. You just right-click the word, and a definition will pop up in your Word document. Okay, so you'll list your words that you found in each of those paragraphs, and then in the summary, what you'll do is you'll write a paragraph that summarizes the excerpt, and you need to use the 5 essential words and phrases that you listed above. And in order to make my life easier, please either underline or highlight those words as you type them out so I can find them easily. Remember, I have to grade several of these, and I would really appreciate it if you would do that for me. And so when you're done, you'll come up to the top, you'll submit your assignment, and you'll be good to go. Okay? We have another slideshow for you that presents important information on how to become a stronger, more engaged reader. So you'll read this on your own time. And I'll go over this in our Zoom meetings for those of you that need help. Okay. And then last, we have one last excerpt from Letter from Birmingham Jail. I want you guys to read it first without marking it. And just give your honest response to it. What you'll do is at the bottom a text box will open, and you are tasked with writing just a short 5-sentence paragraph sharing your response to his argument up here above. What did it make you think? How do you feel? You know, how did you respond to it? Okay, I'm not expecting a super long paragraph, at least 5 sentences, and you'll be good to go. You'll turn the page, And then your last activity you'll find right here. And so what you'll do is it's a little similar to the last one that we did, but you don't need to write as much. And so you'll read the argument, and what you're doing is you're making claims, you're providing evidence, and finding reasoning for it. And so you'll read the paragraph in the left column, and then in the right column, you'll use the highlighter tool to identify the parts of the argument. So it's just the same as the last activity where, but it gives you more specific directions. So you need to find the claim, and I can tell that you found the claim because you will have it highlighted in green. Okay, how does king refute? It's supposed to be refute, not refuter. I'll have to fix that. How does king refute or counter their claim? What is his claim to them? And so you'll find his claim and you'll mark that in yellow. And so you're looking for two claims here. What is being made against king and how is he responding to it? Okay, in the next paragraph, you're going to identify the claim that king makes in this paragraph. So what is he saying? Highlight that in yellow. In the next paragraph, which of the 6 sentences in this paragraph shows all of the evidence that supports why he's making this claim? You're gonna highlight that sentence in blue. Okay, which pieces of evidence do you find the most compelling or persuasive? Okay, now you need to tell me what works for you. Okay, what pieces of evidence, what does he say that really makes you think here? And you'll underline 3 pieces of evidence here. Okay. Which sentences explain the importance of evidence, the reasoning? You're going to highlight those in pink. And that will be it. And so you'll turn this in, and we will continue reading letters from Birmingham Jail next week. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you. If you have any questions, you know how to reach me. Thanks. Bye.